Hello students, our next topic is inter-process communication and synchronization, IPC and synchronization. Yes, so far we have seen process management, like first part of the process management, like process concepts and what is the difference between program and process state transition diagram you have observed, and CPU or process scheduling, like different scheduling algorithms we observed and their performance also clearly we observed, as well as we have seen many numerical problems on CPU scheduling algorithms. I hope you each and every concept so far we discussed got completely understood, and if anything is left over, like anything is not understood, please do watch again and again until you will get, definitely will be going to understand each and everything. And next very important and crucial part of the process management is inter-process communication and synchronization. This topic is essential to understand for us, as well as you understand today modern systems, modern operating system, so like a multi-user or multi-program or multitasking or multi-process system, if you observe, many processes concurrently they are communicating each other, right? And our motto is to study how the communication is established between these processes, and what are the issues will comes while concurrent process is going on, or concurrently processes communicating each other. What are the issues will come, how that issues can be resolved. That is a major objective of our session to be discussed, and this topic is very important for GATE also. Like we would expect marks from average marks from here 2 to 4 marks. 2 to 4 marks we can expect from this topic. Like most of the cases, most of the years I observed, so at least 1 2-mark question, sometime 1 2-mark question, 1 1-mark question, sometime 2 marks will get, sometimes like we can get even 5 marks 6 marks also from this topic. You can just go and check it. 2013 paper, there were 3 questions for 2 marks, 1 question for 1 mark. 2 questions was 2 marks, 1 question 1 mark. Like 5 marks we got from this topic only from 2013 paper. So that is the reason for GATE. For GATE also this topic is essential and important also. And this topic is, I am just guaranteeing it is more interesting to understand also, because many synchronized mechanisms we are going to observe. Those are, it is creates interest on for learning also. I am recommending to everyone, please do watch this video, this particular session with 100% accuracy. Please do understand. So now, so let us start this IPC and synchronization. So first I'll be going like purpose of IPC, purpose of inter-process communication, purpose of inter-process communication. First thing essentially like a data transfer. Second one, so sharing of data. Third one, resource sharing. So what is mean by data transfer? Please do understand. So most of the system is happening, suppose 2 or more processes which are independent processes got created in a same machine or different machine. They wish to communicate each other, means they wish to, like process P1 want to share the information to process P, process P2 want to receive the same information, P2 can send or P1 also can send. So these 2 processes want to exchange their information. That's what data transfer. What is mean by data sharing? Sharing of data. Here transfer of data can be exchanged by different processes. That two different processes may be in the same machine or a different machine. Like you understand, client server, client is one machine and server is another OS. Like the process which is created in client machine, they can communicate with the server. Like you understand, messenger generally we use. So where 2 people can exchange their information which are sitting in different machine. And sharing of data, you understand, the data could be in terms of file. Or shared memory. These 2 processes want to communicate. This shared file or shared memory segment. And resource sharing. Resource, you understand, like there is a printer is available in the system. Printer. So printer is accessed by many processes in a same user or different user. You understand? Like there are 10 systems are connected in a LAN. So all 10 systems, they wish to give a printing, like printing of a file simultaneous can happen. So when there comes, all 10 processes are going to be use the same printer, right? And simultaneously they can access. This is also communicating. See, these three processes, like 10 systems or 10 users or 10 processes, they are communicating each other by sharing the printer. Printer is a resource. So there are many things are there. The processes are going to be communicated each other, that we can understand. So just do note down the major purpose of inter-process communication to be established for transferring the data, sharing of data, or resource sharing. And there would be like, please do understand, if any two entities or processes want to communicate each other, please do understand, there are two independent or processes. There are two independent events or processes wish to communicate. There must be their communication media. Let's take an understanding here. Suppose there are two independent entities or processes are there. So they want to communicate each other. There must be communication media should be there. Yes or no? Communication media should be there. Medium should be there. What this medium? The mediums, if you talk, so in terms of two variations we can observe. The media could be in terms of hardware. This is what physically hardware means what? So generally we used to connect the systems are cables, yes or no? Cables, or you can understand network interface cards, or third one some connectors. So these are the essential hardware component required to connect to any two entities. Or in terms of, if you see softwares, in terms of software, if you see like operating system primitives, thus primitives would helping to creating like a communication media between two processes within a same machine, or we are using protocols, which we know protocols like two processes communicate each other by through protocol, like two different machine. One is client and server, like HTTP protocol, file transfer protocol. These protocols are helping us to creating a communication media between two entity. Entity means which are independently created in a different machine. So these are establishing what? Communication media between two processes. And do understand, now look this. This inter-process communication means there might be intra-process communication as well as versus inter-process communication. One is intra-process, another is what? Intra-process communication. What is mean by intra? Intra means within process. If I take in a process, this process containing like a function, main function is there, some data declared, and prototype for a function is there, and definition for function is here. Look this. Suppose this is a complete program. So program is containing what? Code or text section. This program having two models. Let's take this is one model, and this is, if I take another model 1. So model 1, and this is what model 2 if I consider. And within a process there will be a communication. How the communication takes place within a process, you may get doubt. Very simple. See, this communication established by presence of a passing function parameters. Passing function parameters. Second one, existence of shared global variables. This we know, yes or no? Like let's say an example here, like definitions available here. From here we are passing the parameters or not. From this function we are passing the parameter, nothing but these two modules are communicating each other by sharing what? Data. What is data? Parameter we pass. The value can be passed, a reference can be passed, so that we know. Or in a main function, there might be you declare some variable that is global variable. This local function may use in that global variable. Means you understand this module is indirectly or directly accessing this module 1. So nothing but they are interacting or communicating each other by like two variation passing parameters or existence of the global variable. You understand this kind of communication is nothing but intra-process communication within a process. What is mean by inter-process? What is mean by inter-process communication? What is mean by inter-process? Look here. Inter means what? Two different processes. Inter-process. Look this. Let there are two process P1 and process P2. There are two process which are independent process. They may created by in a same machine. They are created in the same operating system or maybe in different operating system. You understand? And for IPC, there is two models are there. There are two fundamental models for establishing the communication between two entities or two processes. One is message passing system. One is message passing system. Another is what shared memory. Another is what shared memory. There are two important or fundamental approaches or models are there for establishing the communication between two entities or two processes. One is message passing system, another is shared memory. What is mean by shared memory? Please do understand. The shared memory can be happen as a file or memory. So this is non-message passing system also we can tell. Here shared memory nothing but two process they want to communicate each other by sharing a memory. What me understand? There is shareable region there is shareable region of the memory is available that is shared by multiple cooperating processes. Means here processes are want to communicate each other by reading or writing shared data to that region. Are you getting my point? Processes want to communicate each other by reading or writing the shared data particular region. So that is what, or you understand there are two processes available. They are sharing a file. You can understand like this. The memory segment is there. There is a process A and process B is there, and shared data is there. This is shared data is there. Now process B want to communicate, process A want to share it. You understand? Share, this region is shared by two processes here. Or there is a one file is there. File is shared by two different processes. Means these processes are communicating each other by sharing this information. Information could be reading or writing can be happen. This is one method, and this method model is implemented in various systems also. Do understand? Some distributed operating system, for some distributed operating system, shared memory model is better to implement than message passing system. Are you getting? Some few distributed systems, for some distributed systems, shared memory model is giving better way to implement than a message passing system. Why? Because message passing system implemented by completely system calls. Please do understand. Message passing system is implemented completely system calls. You know system call require time consuming for invocation. What? Time consuming for OS intervention or kernel intervention required. That means that completely handled by the OS kernel part. Yes or no? That require time consuming. Rather, if you observe, shared memory also requires system calls. Here system calls required establishing the shared region only. The memory part is that shared region. I have to establish that is shared region for which only system calls required. Otherwise, all our things are looking like a process is going to access the memory region only. So much system calls are not required for this. Here much system calls required. But one limitation also understand, for multi-core systems or multi-process systems, today we have like i5, i7 core. If you observe, we have many cores are there. When you have many cores like 3 core, 5 core processor is there, and implementing shared memory is difficult. What happens? Such cases, message passing system may providing better performance than shared memory for multi-processor or multi-core system. Reason you understand, the shared memory, the shared region is shared by many processes, right? And when it's shared by multi-processes, there may be chances occurring what cache coherence problem, means this shared data is migrated into different caches and they might be updated by individual by the processes. So handling of this cache coherence problem will be difficult if I use message passing shared memory. Such cases suitable to implement is what message passing system only, mean multi-core systems, multi-process system. When you want to establish a communication between many processes within a same system, so message passing better because there is no any shared thing available, right? And some distributed systems may have with a message passing system may have a shared memory, but shared memory is the one way of communication to providing sharing of some data between the processes. And message passing systems, you understand, here it is completely implemented with the what system calls, I told you, like OS primitives are there, OS primitives. So with that help we can implement this message passing system. Means what this message passing system says, when two processes want to communicate each other, nothing but, so one way to implement what? Message passing. Message passing nothing but process A is sending information to process B, meaning these two processes are exchanging information between them. Simply they are exchanging information by sending each other. By sending, like a process P1 is sending information, process P2 is consuming. Again, that is also sending, this is consuming, like information is transferred here. You understand example like messengers we have, correct or not, where multiple users, they can exchange their information, like I am typing some and sending information, he is receiving, again that person will send, I will receive, like passing information. That is what message passing system that is implemented by OS primitives here, like send and receives. Many methods are there, like this is kind of communication media. This media is implemented by, like this media is implemented, like this media is implemented by, there are many methods are there, like direct or indirect, direct or indirect, synchronous or asynchronous, synchronous or asynchronous. Third one, like automatic or explicitly buffer, explicitly buffering. Explicitly buffering means, understand, like in order to implement the message passing system, there must be some media to communicate each other. That means you would have sending or receiving data that can be implemented by either direct or indirect way, or synchronous, asynchronous, automatic or explicit buffering. These are the methods to implementing this media. And it's not physical medium, please don't misunderstand. Like we are not thinking at all to establish in the physical connection between P1 and P2. This is the processes here which are created in the same machine, same operating system. We have to make a logical connection between, logical communication media between two processes that can be done by the OS primitives. Like sending, simply I can tell, like OS primitives are send is a system call, you understand, receive another method, you can understand. This way we can establish the connection. But see, here my intuition is to not to understand like what are the methods are there to implementing this connection or establishing this communication between the processes. My motto is to discuss here when concurrency, like when multiple processes are trying to access them, like communicating each other, what are the issues will come, what are the issues, like problems will come, how these problems can be resolved. That is that part we need to discuss, for which just I given a information like a fundamental, like basics, like how inter-process or inter-process communication. I hope you're understanding. Please do copy immediately. So we'll take some other things. Copy it. And there are copy it. Look, now two or more processes communicating each other by two variations, I told you, correct? And they may synchronize each other, they may not synchronize each other. What synchronization tells? What is mean by synchronization here? Let us do understand our case. Instead of process synchronization, are we synchronize each other? If I ask one question to all of you, are we synchronized each other? What does mean says are we synchronized means please do understand. So far many concepts we have completed, right? From fundamental OS to process management, scheduling algorithm, many things observed. So my question to all of you, did we clear all the concepts? Did you clear all the concepts? All concepts are clearly understood or not? Yes, if you are understand nothing but you are synchronized with me. So one thing I can tell, we are not physically synchronized because you are physically somewhere, I am somewhere. We are with the time also we are physically today I am teaching some time, but that may watch in different time, correct or not? We are in different time, different places. We are physically not synchronized each other, but we are conceptually synchronized or not. As a student community, as a faculty community, as we synchronize with the conceptually or not, I hoping that. So I hope everyone synchronized with me, like so far whatever I taught you are understanding. When synchronization with us means to understand the way content I am delivering, what content I am delivering, the rate of delivering, and the media I am using for delivering content, or the language which I am using to deliver my content, all are able to understand, all are able to receive as it is. If we are able to do these things, definitely we are synchronized each other. Same way, any two processes synchronize nothing but their actions are control each other. Means they are knowing each other the way of execution. What happens if we are not synchronized? Tell me. Suppose your student, me and is there. We are not synchronized. What happens? Synchronized nothing but the way I am delivering, the rate I am delivering, the content I am issuing, you are not able to understanding. You are not able to understand. Maybe parameter might be the media which you are using, or language I am using, or the way rate of delivery. Maybe any reasons impacted to you to not understand the concept. If you are not understanding the concept, meaning what? You are not properly synchronized with me, or I may not establish proper synchronization to you. Thus ultimately what will happen between us if synchronization is not possible? So definitely you are going to lose the data or not. So when you are not understanding concept, nothing, you are losing data, correct or not? You are losing data. Same way in the processes also, if any processes they are not synchronized each other when they are started communication, definitely there will be some problems. I am writing, put heading, lack of synchronization. Lack of synchronization, all of you. So if the synchronization not there, the first consequence, the first thing will happen, inconsistency. Yes or no? Inconsistency meaning what? Wrong results. Yes or no? Wrong results, misunderstanding, incorrectness, you can understand. Incorrectness, yes or no? Misunderstanding. This inconsistency leads to loss of data, yes or no? Loss of data. Information losing. Same thing will happen when we not synchronize each other, yes or no? And third, so this third is leading to deadlock. It is deadlock, nothing but permanently blocking. Like comma or infinite block. Deadlock. So this is the major problem of operating system. It is undesirable. Undesirable problem of operating system is what? Deadlock. So deadlock is permanent blocking, infinite blocking. Definitely we will understand later what is meant by exactly deadlock. But what I am trying to say, our case, see, if you are not synchronized each otherly, the first step you may feel inconsistency, means something I am losing. You feel like something I am losing. Something he is teaching, something I am not unable to understand. What is mean by this? Like what is process? What is process state? Many doubts will come. The second consequence for that inconsistency is nothing but ultimately you are losing data. Yes or no? Once you lose the data, what happens later? Once complete OS session is over, you will feel like what the hell he taught. Correct or not? Yes or no? So leave this operating system. Leave the operating system. You may like throw away. You may not understand even what is meant by OS. This kind of things will occur, correct or not? Same in a system also, when processes are like a lack of synchronization, the first sequence, first inconsistency will occur, then that leading to loss of data. You understand? This leads to loss of data. This leads to deadlock. Deadlock nothing but infinite blocking or permanent blocking. The deadlock is a situation, you understand? The deadlock is a situation, all processes blocked each other. We will address this clearly later. We may spend good amount of time to understand the deadlock later. So you just copy this. This is the things are going to be happen when the synchronization is not properly established between the processes. You copy it all of you. Copy it all of you. So next write down. There are two types of synchronization. Like process, we'll classify the processes. We'll observe the process, right? There are two types of synchronization processes. Write down all of you. Write down. There are two types of synchronization processes. One is cooperating synchronization process, like cooperative synchronization type of process it is. Second one, competing synchronization type. There are two types of processes we can observe in a system. What is mean by cooperative here? So like cooperative case, do understand if any two processes are communicating each other by cooperative, meaning these two processes aware of each other, existence of one another, means there are two processes A and B is there. If it is cooperative, is nothing but process A knows existence of the process B and vice versa. This awareness may be directly or indirectly, they knowing each other. That is mean cooperating. But execution of one thing will affect to another one. Execution of one thing will be affected to another one. You can note down for cooperating synchronization, all of you. First write the definition for cooperative synchronization. Two or more processes. Write down. Two or more processes are said to be under cooperative synchronization. Two or more processes are said to be under cooperative synchronization if and only if they get affected each other. Write down. Two or more processes are said to be under cooperative synchronization. If and only if they get affected each other, means execution of one process, the result will be affected to another process. So we will observe with the example what is mean by cooperative. But I told you very clearly, you note down also this point. Cooperative process is nothing but they are aware of each other, existing of one another. That you would understand, either directly or indirectly. So example for this cooperative processes will be producer-consumer problem. Producer-consumer problem. We will understand this clearly. Producer-consumer problem. And second example, second one, write about competing synchronization type. Competing synchronization type process. When I say two processes are competing each other, means they're unaware of each other, means there are two processes are competing each other. Assume that process A don't know the existence of process B, process B even don't know existence of process C. They are trying to use some common shared resource. Let's take in LAN environment, 10 systems are connected together and all are linked to one printer. Assume that, and two users sitting some different region, different places, at the same time they can give a file printing. When two users giving, each other don't know, right? Who are giving the print file? Yes or no? That is mean competing. They are competing to use that printer as a resource here. Write down the definition for competing synchronization. Write down. Two or more processes are said to be under competing synchronization. Two or more processes are said to be under competing synchronization if and only if they contend to access they contend to access a shared resource simultaneously or concurrently. If and only if they contend to access a shared resource simultaneously or concurrently, means two independent processes created differently and they are not aware of each other and they are trying to access common shared variable, shared resource simultaneously or concurrently. This situation we understand these two processes are competing each other. They don't know each other how they are created, that you would understand. So this is another type of process to understand. We'll understand example for this. So we'll see the example for competing synchronization.